So before we start, we want to thank you for joining us today for your business. Let me give you a quick summary of what we will discuss in this webinar. Our agenda for today will be logging into your ShareFile account, exploring the dashboard, navigating folders and the user interface, sending and requesting files, managing folder access and permissions, sending documents for e-signature, adding employee and client users, and also accessing applications and resources. Let's demo. So in order to log into ShareFile, we'll be visiting sharefile.com. We'll be hitting the login button. And the first thing that we'll see is to enter our subdomain. The subdomain is specific for every company. If you don't know your company's subdomain, you can always hit the Don't Know Your Account subdomain button, enter your email address that is associated with your ShareFile account, and we will go ahead and send to you an email with the subdomains that your account is associated with. We'll go ahead and verify ourselves, click continue, and the system will automatically send to you an email with the subdomains that your account is associated with. We'll come to our email. We'll be waiting for that one to arrive. So this is in order to have more details in regards to what accounts are associated with our subdomain and email address. Let's give it a minute while it arrives. If we get these issues, we can always go ahead and start the process once again to make sure that we enter the correct email address and that the system is sending it to you. I'll go ahead and confirm that I'm not a robot. I'll be checking all the stores. Continue. We haven't logged in yet. While we wait for that email to come in, I'll enter my subdomain, and then once it arrives, I'll be showing you how that email looks. This is my account subdomain. This will take me directly into the login page for my company. In here, I'll be logging out so that you can see what you're supposed to see once you are asked to log in. In here, you'll be entering your email address as your username, right? I'll be entering mine. You can hit remember me if you think it's necessary. In here, you'll be entering your password. I'll be showing you how we also have the ability to reset the password in case you forgot what your password is. By clicking forgot password, you can see that the system will automatically send to your recognize your email. And by verifying that you are not a robot and checking the images, the system will send to your email an email with a link to reset your password. As you can see, the email has sent to this email address a link to reset the password. I'll be entering mine, and we'll be taken to the home page for ShareFile. Let's give it a minute while it loads. Now we can see our homepage in this dashboard. You can see shortcuts. You can also see recent files. You can also see favorites and tutorials. I'll explain a little bit about those styles in a minute. In here, we can also see from here, your company, most likely you'll be able to see your company's branding to make sure that you are in the right place. We also have a search box where you can look for files and folders. We also have the notification icon. In case that you are missing a notification, you can check it on it. We also have the help button that will take you to the help center. In here, you can check ShareFile documentation. You can request features for ShareFile. You can also visit our community. Once again, product documentation, and check the status of our ShareFile page. Um, we also have from here the catalog page. From this catalog page, you can go ahead and download to your computer, install to your computer your ShareFile instance more specifically, um, pre-designed templates for onboarding, for tax return, depending on the plan that you have, and so on. From these shortcuts right here, we also have the apps button where you can go ahead and install apps in order to use it in your computer, your mobile phone, or third-party integrations. And we also finally have the logout option. Let's go back to the homepage. As I was mentioning, in here we have 4 different tiles that you can play with. We got shortcuts that are mainly um, features of ShareFile that are mostly used either by you or your company. From here, you can share files, request files, check on projects, check on templates, send for signature. You can also check recent files that you have been working on. You also have your favorite folders in here, and you also have tutorials, which are pretty much videos that will show you how to use the platform. These tiles can be edited. You can move them around. You can also edit the dashboard by clicking here and just leave the ones that you need. If you don't need tutorials, you can disable the option and toggle it off by clicking save. You won't have it anymore, so you can have more specific information in the dashboard that are only to your specific needs. So that's pretty much the dashboard. I'll also be showing you how to navigate folders. By clicking folders in here, you'll see a drop-down for personal folders, share folders, favorites, box, file box, and recycling. So let's go one by one. In personal folders, you'll be able to see folders, it, documents that are more for you, for you to access, that are not really shared with somebody else unless you decide to. From here, you can create a folder and you can add people to it, or you can keep the documents to yourself. We also have the share folders, where you primarily working with your clients, colleagues. These are pretty much where all the work will be done in the platform. We also have favorites, where you have the folders that you have selected to be designated as favorite folders. You'll have it here and also on the dashboard. We also have Filebox, which is the default um, storing location for requesting files, and also the Outlook plugin. Unless you have specified a different location, Filebox will always be the place where you'll find the documents that you have been requesting, either through the request link or through Outlook. And we also have the recycle bin. Here you'll find items that you have deleted recently. If your account has a expiration date for documents and they are deleted, it will pretty much start once again the expiration um, default for the item that was deleted. If you have a connector, as I do, in this case Box or Google Drive or any of the other connectors, you'll also be able to see them from here. I want to show you how to manage folders and also request files and send files. In order to create a folder, the steps will be pretty straightforward. You will be coming to the share folders, click the blue icon, click create folder, and you'll be prompted to enter more information about this folder. You'll probably be naming it with the name of your client. I'll be using Alexis' name for this example. Details is always optional. You can provide more specific details in order for you to have more clarification about this folder. It's not necessary, it's optional. We'll be always clicking at the folder, and we won't be using a template in this case. We'll be showing you how to create it from scratch. And we have also this search zone. We'll be clicking create folder. And from here, you can assign people to this folder and also give them permissions to this folder. So I'll be adding Alexis to this folder. Since I don't have it in my book of clients, I can create any user by clicking here, and I can enter Alexis information. And as you can see, I'll have a summary over here of the people that I have been added to the folder. I can provide Alexis certain permissions depending on what he needs to do in this folder. I can give him the permission to view only the information that is in the folder, to download items, upload, delete, or be the admin of the folder. We also have the good stuff as the alerts to be notified whenever a file is uploaded or downloaded. I can also notify users that they have been added to the folder. And if the structure of my company needs me to create a folder within this folder, or as we call it, a subfolder, I can also go ahead and apply these same exact settings to the subfolders by clicking and checking this box right here. I'll be clicking add to create the folder. And as you can see, Alexis folder is already created. It's pretty straightforward. From here, you can go ahead and share with Alexis a document that you may need for him to see or for him to start working on. And you can also go ahead and by clicking and just hovering really over this blue icon, you can go ahead and upload, create a subfolder, request files. In this case, we'll be requesting Alexis a file so you can see how it looks. You can create a document, create a presentation, create a spreadsheet, create a note, or create a URL. I'll be requesting Alexis a file so you can see how it looks. I can do it from here. And as you can see, the file location, since I'm requesting the file from this specific folder, the file location will be Alexis folder. I can also edit it. If I needed this file to be located and stored in a different place, I can hit the edit button and select where I would like for this file to be stored. I have two options to request Alexis a file. I can either go ahead and create a shareable link from here. I can click on edit options and start editing the security of this link. If I want Alexis to be logged in before he can access this link, I can select the option for him to log in before being able to upload. If I want anybody in the public to access this link, I can also select that option. We also have the option for anyone can access it, but they have to enter their name and email. And I also have the option for only employees to access this link after they sign in. So you'll be choosing what option fits best to your needs. And I also have the option to have this link expire after a day, a week. And as you can see, we have different options, or never. If I don't want this link to ever expire, I can select never. And I can also notify myself. I can select the option for me to be notified whenever this link is used to upload a file and a file has been successfully uploaded. I'll be clicking save. This link, I can send it to Alexis via any communication app, via email, whatever you call it, Slack, Teams, whatever application you're using. Or I can also go ahead and send it directly to Alexis. Um, I can go ahead and send it to him from here. Since Alexis is already in my book of clients, the system will automatically give me the option to select his information and make it easier for me to share it with them. I can change the subject, and I can also send Alexis a quick message. And I can click request, right? By clicking request, Alexis will be sent an email. It's telling him that me, Carlos, has sent him a request for him to upload a document, and he will be able to upload it from the link that is sent via email. So that's something that is good to know. Um, this is one way for you to share and request files, but you can also do it from this place, from the shortcuts, which is the most commonly used one. From here, you can start sharing files. You can drag and drop the file that you'll be sharing with your customer, right? You can select from your computer or from ShareFile, and you can also request a file, and you'll have the same options. In here, if you do it from the shortcuts, file box will be the default location for any document that is uploaded either through the link or if you send it to specific people via email. Once again, you can always edit the certain location for the documents that are shared with you via the link. So I'll pass it over to Alexis so he can continue giving you more details.
Let's start with how to add users to ShareFile. It means it could be a client or an employee that you're going to be adding to your ShareFile. Okay. So we click on the left side, left column, we go to people, then we click on manage user home. We can create an employee and a client. Today we're going to create both, and I will show you how it looks. Now, I will add Carlos as an employee. Okay, I will add his information. And now, here we have user access, right? All the permissions that we have for this specific user will be allocated here. So if I want him to be a complete admin super user, I can add all the checkboxes and he will have all the permissions for ShareFile, right? We have the storage location. We don't have to change anything there. It's going to be by default selected. We can assign folders. We can add to the distribution group, or we can actually copy folder access from existing users. If you already have an user, an employee, and you want to copy the exact same permissions, you can add them here. Okay, I will create and continue. I will continue anyway. I will not assign any folder. And I will send a message to Carlos, an email, saying that they have been added to my account. I will click on notify. And now Carlos will receive an email and he will be able to log in and be an employee with all the permissions previously set up. Okay, awesome. Now let's go and add a client. So we go back here. Let's click on create a client. Now, in certain scenarios, you will need to just create clients one by one, but there are also an option to import several clients using Excel sheet. Okay, so I will download the template. Okay. I already have a template created over here. Give me just a second so that you can take a look. Okay. I'll have all my clients here. So what I need to request from them is basically email address, first name, last name. Company is not necessary, but also you can add information of the company. Okay. I will go back to ShareFile. I will save the information of the template and I'll go back to ShareFile here. I will choose the file. Should be allocated in my downloads. Open up and let's click and import users. So here I have some of the information about the other users that I downloaded previously. I can assign folders to these specific clients. You can select several folders if you need to. Also the root folders, if you're adding them to the main folder, the root folder, they can be added to the subfolders. I'll have all the permissions here. Down alerts, upload alerts, view, download, upload, delete, admin. Also, in ShareFile, you will find several check marks that can give you like a specific information regarding how to use ShareFile. So for example, this, if we assign an user to be an admin on the folder, I will keep this permission like this, just for demonstration purposes. I will click on done. You can also add to a distribution group. I will create and continue. I will skip the notification here. Also, you can add a client from here. Just add in their information here. And again, you will have all the options available for you to take a look. I will create and continue. I will not assign folders, and that's how you add a single client not using the Excel sheet. Those are the options that we currently have to add clients. It can be added for certain parts of ShareFile. You can also add them as Carlos demonstrated earlier. So yes. Now, with this, we've finished this part. So let's jump to signatures. On the left side, you will see the column which says signatures. And we'll start with the signature here. Top right, you will find create a signature request. And we will send for signature document. Now I will browse files. You can do it from ShareFile from computer, or you can use a template if you already have a template. I will do it from my computer. And I will use a PDF document called test. It will take a moment to upload. There you go. Now, you can select yourself as the only signer, or you can actually add the recipient. So I will add Carlos. I will add one of my emails for test. Awesome. I will set this as a signer, or it can be a viewer, but I will select this as a signer. You can add another recipient if you need to. You can add yourself also if you need to. Now let's click on next step. Okay, I will use here on the left side, you have all the fields that you can fulfill using signatures. I will select a signature, an initials, and a date. Okay. I will click on next step. We will have the document name, which is test, and we will also be allowed to check where you want to put this document in ShareFile. So I will click on edit, and I will send this to my share folders to customer files. I will click on select. You can add a note to all signers if you want to. You can select the expiration of the document. You can add a passcode for extra layer of security, and you can send the signature for request. I will show you how it looks for a passcode. You will generate this passcode and you will send this information to the customer. So the customer, before signing in, they will need to enter the passcode. This time, for demonstration purposes, I will skip this, and I will send for signature. Okay, so the customer should receive an email pretty soon. There you go. This is how it looks, the email. And we will click on review and sign document. There are some recommendations here, and let's fill the information here. Signature, initials, and date. I will click on submit signature and submit. Now, if I remember correctly, I put this information under my folders, share folders, customer files, and I will have here the document name test Alexis Romero signed certificate. I will preview it. On the right side, you can download, share, initiate approval, send for signature again, sign yourself, or print. I have the information here. And now, what makes this document a legal document, digital document, is the reference number, right? And the signature certificate. Now, for the reference number, if you need to contact technical support for an issue that you're currently having with right signature or signatures, you can refer to this specific document using this number. So that's important. And here you can see all the information making this a digital legal signature. Awesome. That's great. If you have any questions regarding this, remember you can also ask your questions away, and we have a group of experts ready to answer your questions. Awesome. With this, we finished the part of signatures. As you can see, the signature is already appearing as completed, and you can click on download if you want to download that specific signature. Okay, now I'll show you a little bit of how our apps look like, right? We have the apps for Windows. We have ShareFile for Windows, ShareFile for Outlook. Also, we have ShareFile for Gmail, and we have the ShareFile for Mac. You can download all the information here. The app version, the Mac version of ShareFile for Outlook, and also the Gmail version of it. You can download ShareFile on your mobile also, and we have third-party integrations also. We have QuickBooks, we have Salesforce. Okay, that's good. And now also, you can visit sharefile.com to, if you need technical support, you can chat with technical support on the bottom right of the screen. You will find a chat with us button. And also, if you need resources, you can go to resources, and you can go to the help center if you need to look for some information, as Carlo demonstrated earlier. So for example, how to create a new folder. It will give you all the information on how to create a folder using ShareFile for Windows, workflow automation, and all the information regarding how to create a folder.
We got a really good question over here asking us if there is an easy way to tell who hacks the folder. Let me go ahead and show you how it looks. It has been answered by um, our team, but I can demo it for you so you can see how it looks as well. As it says, we have a people tab where you can go ahead and check the people that are in the folder. Let me go ahead and start sharing my screen so that you can see how it looks. Okay, cool. So if you come to the folders tab and go to the folder where you need to see who's being added to the folder, um, going into the folder, you'll find the items tab where you can see the documents that have been shared through this folder, and you can see also the people tab. In this tab, you can see who has been added. If you have admin permissions on the folder, you can go ahead and either add more people to it, um, remove people from the folder, or just give them the permissions that they might need. So yes, it's an easy way just by clicking the people tab, and you can go ahead and start working on the permissions and adding or removing people from that specific folder. That's a really good question. Thank you for asking. Any questions would like to answer, Alexis and Demo?
Yeah, currently there is a question on the chat that I'm replying text on my text, but basically it says, "Hi, is there a way to all employees to have access to all files automatically when they are created, or employees have to be added one by one to each file?" Okay, we have the super user group, which is a group that has access to all the files or share folders and folders. And I can send you the information via text on how to add people to a super user group. You have to be the admin and start using the super user group. Also, I can demonstrate really quick on my screen how to add people to super users. Okay, give me just 1 second. Okay, we go to ShareFile. We'll go to the left side, settings, admin settings, admin's preferences. No, I mean security, sorry. And edit super user group. Here you can add a new user. For example, I can add Carlos, right? And now if we go to any specific folder, for example, this one, I will go to people. I will have here super users, right? If I click here, you will see Carlos' email. So to demonstrate, I will go to another folder, customer files, people, super users, and then again, this is the people on the super user group. They will have access to download alerts, to be an admin, to delete anything that you need to have. You can also save the information here. And with that, um, you don't have to add employees one by one. You can add them to a super user group, and then they will have access to all the files. So yeah, that's a really good question. Thank you so much for asking.
I see a really good question regarding how to run a activity report on a folder. Let me go ahead and start sharing my screen once again so that you can see how it looks. Um, you can go ahead and start downloading reports by going into the folder where you need the information from. By clicking more options, we have the view activity log option. Um, we can edit and select the folder from where we need the information. We can have this for all users on a specific user and also the date from when you need the report. You can also include the activity log for the subfolders. That means any folder that has been created within a Lexis folder for this specific scenario. And these are the activity types. You can either go ahead and select them all, or you can select the ones that you need. As an example, whether they have moved files, whether they have uploaded something, they have been deleting information, all of the ones that you see right here. If I click export to Excel, you can see a download will start, and you can go ahead and open it after it has been downloaded. Since this folder was created in this specific webinar, Alexis hasn't really been taking any actions on the folder, but in here you'll be able to see more information about the activity log and the reports. So that was a really good question. Thank you for asking.